Hello guys, how's everything? Today's topic is really important. Today we're talking about run-on sentences. And what is the meaning of run-on sentences? It means that we have two independent clauses. And the two independent clauses are connected together with a comma, or they are connected with nothing. That's why it's called run-on sentence. Actually, if I have two independent clauses, like this one, the Nile River is in Africa. This is a complete independent clause. It is the longest river in the world. It is another independent clause. When I have two different independent clauses, I can link them, connect them together in two ways. The first one of them is to put a comma and a conjunction. A comma, after the comma I have and, or but. And, or but. Or I can have a full stop. I can have a period after the first independent clause and then I complete the other independent clause. Giving you an example, the Nile River is in Africa. This is the first independent clause. I want to get another independent clause. I put comma and. So the Nile River is in Africa. Comma and it is the longest river in the world. So one of the ways to correct the run-on sentences is to put comma and, comma or, comma but, comma and a conjunction. Or we can have two separate independent clauses. Like the Nile River is in Africa, full stop. So we finish this one. It is the longest river in the world. Let's go to the exercise. Page 348. Number 1, crops need water. They also need sun. The first point, we have a mistake here. Yes. It's a run-on sentence. Yes. Why? Crops need water. It's a sentence. It's an independent clause. I have a subject, and I have a verb, and I have a complement, and I have a complement. So this one is a complete independent clause. A complete clause means independent clause. After this one, after the first independent clause, crops need water, I can have a full stop and capitalize T. They also need sun. This way I corrected it. I can have another way. Yes. I can say crops need water, comma, and they also need sun. Comma and. Okay. Let's go to the second one. Egypt is hot, dry country in Africa. In this one, a run-on sentence, Egypt is a hot, dry country in Africa. No, because it's only one independent clause. So this one is grammatically correct and we don't need to correct it. So this one is a correct sentence. Thank you. Number 3. The sea north of Egypt is called the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile flows into this sea. So right now, here, I have two independent clauses. The sea north of Egypt is called the Mediterranean, and this one is an independent clause. After the first independent clause, I can write down comma and, comma or, comma but. Or I can have another different way. I can have a full stop here. I can say The sea north of Egypt is called the Mediterranean. Full stop. Capitalize T, so the Nile flows into this sea. So I have two ways to correct this one. This one is a run-on sentence. Run-on sentence number 3. Number 4. Part of the delta soil is swampy, comma, but. So he has but here, comma, but. Some of it is very good. This one is correct or not? I have comma, but, comma, and a conjunction. And I have two independent clauses. So that's correct. Part of the delta soil is swampy, comma, but some of it is very good. So this one is correct. Number 5. The Nile carries fine soil. Then this one is independent clause, till soil. We have another clause. Egypt's farms are along the banks of the river. So this one is not correct. Run-on sentence. Why it's a run-on sentence? Because I have two independent clauses. Linked by nothing. So we have to say the Nile carries fine soil, full stop. Egypt's farms are along the banks of the river. Or I can say it this way. The Nile carries fine soil, comma, and Egypt's farms are along the banks of the river. So this is another different way. So right now we have two ways to correct the run-on sentences. I hope that everyone understands, and I'm really happy that I have joined this class with you. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.